Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today, joining us, Fatemeh from Italy. And she is, her name is Fatemeh Sara Gaboardi, historian and research crypto-Armenian, specializing in medieval art history. She earned a second degree in Oriental Languages, specializing in the history of the Middle East and the Caucasus. Subsequently, she obtained a doctorate in Middle Eastern history and second one focusing on the Armenian Genocide, especially in Caucasus. So, Fatemeh, welcome.
Many thanks.
And thank you for joining us.
Thanks to you to invite me.
So Fatemeh, she is from Italy. One day she connected with me and she said she's writing book about Armenian genocide stuff. I was like, who is she? And then she explained herself and we just welcomed her to the show. And as you could see on the right side, it's her book. And so, Fatemeh, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself, I am Persian. I grew up in Italy because I was adopted by an Italian family when I was 10 months old. And was a long time ago, on 1978, before the revolution. And I grew up here in Italy, but my father, Italian father, grew me up speaking to me about the Armenian genocide. I don't know why. There is not a reason, because never my father, Italian father, met an Armenian, and never my father met a Turk. But he spent his life telling me that Turkish people were bad and Armenian people were good. And yes, my father, this is the story of my father and me. And all is happened when he was child. He told to me his story. His mother gave him a book about the Armenian genocide. My father was born in 1934, and his mother, when he was 7 years old, gave him a book of Henri Barby. He was a priest, a missionary priest in Van during the genocide in 1915. And he read this book when he was a little boy, 7 years old. When I grew up, when there was the earthquake in Spitak, he gave me that book. Now I have this book, and for me is like a child. And he gave me that book, and he told me the history of his mother that gave him, and told me, read this book, please, because this is the first genocide of this century, because I was 11 years old. And from that time, I grew up thinking about Armenian genocide, the Church of Akhtamar, because my father, I don't know why, he knew the church. And I was impressed. And I thought when I was a young girl, I was studying in the Lyceum, I have to do something for these people, because it's not right. You know, when you are a child, you think you can change the world. And I was so stupid at that time to think I have to do something to help the Armenian people. And I took my first degree in art history, medieval history. I studied the Armenian architecture. And after, with my second degrees and the PhDs, I deepened the history of Armenian people. And when I studied the work of Hrant Dink, I thought there is anything about the crypto-Armenians, because Hrant Dink was the first person who spoke about crypto-Armenians. And I remember his interview on 2007. He was speaking about hidden Armenian, crypto-Armenians. And I remember his sentence, because a journalist asked him, there are many people in your opinion that are crypto-Armenian, and he say many, too much. And he say, Aveli shut. I remember this. And at that time, I was studying for my doctorate about the Middle East and history of Middle East and Caucasus. And I thought, I have to do something, I have to do a research. And after some years, my book was born. And I went in Eastern Anatolia to search these people in all villages of Eastern Anatolia. Because I worked at that time in Istanbul in university, and I asked to go there to live. So I started my research about crypto-Armenian, and it was a research that was 4 years long, because I was working and sometimes I went in the villages to find these people.
It's amazing.
It was a bit dangerous.
It's amazing. It's just, you know now about Armenia more than I do.
Sorry?
You know more about Armenian than I do.
I don't think so, but I lived there. I lived there for many years, and I met many friendly people that they were like family for me, because they were interested in my work, and they told me their history, the family history from 1915 till the book. And I interview many people and many families. Unfortunately, I didn't write about all families in my book, because it can be a book like an encyclopedia. But it's enough to understand the situation of crypto-Armenians in Eastern Anatolia.
Is your book in Italian, right? Do you have in English?
Unfortunately, yes. The book is in Italian, and I hope one day to find an editor that can publish the book in English in USA or in Armenia. In Armenia, the book is known because there are many people that know about my book, but it is in Italian. And in Italy, if you are a writer or a researcher or you write book, is not like in USA. There are people who help you to publish a book. In Italy, we are not, unfortunately, specialized in this kind of things. My editor, it's a good editor, but only for Italy, not for other countries. And I hope one day I can see my book in English too.
That would be really good, yeah, because everybody read English, so even Armenian, they try to write it in English instead of Armenian, because everybody read that. So, so you say in your writing that you went to Anatolia in Western Armenia?
Yeah.
Like you traveled to the villages?
I traveled to the villages. I lived in Diyarbakir for 9 years.
No kidding.
And from
are you kidding me? You stayed in the 10 years?
Nine. The first 3 years in Istanbul, and after in Diyarbakir.
Wow. Okay.
Dikranakert.
Okay.
Dikranakert is better. And I stayed there till my little daughter was 1 year old. After we come back to Italy, and I work with university by my laptop. And I do all my research now by laptop, my seminars, my conferences online. But because you cannot grow up a child in that places. But I stayed there for 9 years, and from there, that city, I traveled to all Eastern Anatolia, from north to south, to find in the villages the families of Crypto-Armenian and Amshin.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was amazing, and I can say you that they were the best years of my life. I can say you, and every time when I speak with the people, I say this. That were the best years of my life. I learned many things, and these families, believe me, I find other families, because they help me in many times to find also other families of Crypto-Armenians, because, you know, it's not a simple work, because they are hidden Armenian. If you go to a village, they don't say, "Hi, I am a Crypto-Armenian."
No.
So you have to ask to all the people. They have to be confident with you, because, you know, they are suspicious. They don't speak if they don't understand you are a good
But
person, because they are afraid.
Do you speak Turkish?
I speak a bit of Turkish, and I speak a bit of Kurmanji.
Kurdish?
Yeah.
So Kurmanji, is that the one, Zaho, that area?
Yeah.
Okay, because the Kurds, they have two accents. One is like Erbil, and one is the other part. Anyway.
Yeah, it's different, because in Erbil they speak Gorani.
Yeah.
And Sorani. In Eastern Anatolia, they speak Kurmanji. The Kurmanji is spoken by the major part of Kurdish people, because the major part of Kurdish people are in Turkey. And the other, they are a bit in Iran, a bit in Iraq. And the language is a little bit different, but you can understand. For me, it was not difficult to learn a bit of Kurdish because of Persian, because I studied Persian when I was 25 years old, because I grew up in Italy. I didn't learn Persian. My mother language is Italian. After I studied Arabic and Persian.
You are an amazing woman.
Well, I don't know if I am amazing.
Because all this experience, but all of this experience you have, you know, like it's amazing journey, you know, like you went. So when you went to I wish I knew you before, you know, I would say to go. My parents, they were originally from Bedlis. And
I went in Bitlis. I have many pictures to Bitlis, from Bitlis. It's a wonderful place. The problem was, Wally, I can speak with you and with other people that listen, because now I am not in Turkey, and so I can say you. I had many problems because of my book, because in Bitlis I was arrested by 3 guys. I thought they were 3 guys. They spoke with me at the beginning because they asked me a cigarette. And after they started to ask me many things, what are you doing here? Why a woman alone is here? This is not a touristic place. What are you doing? In that moment, I was in a little wall. I was sit in a little wall in front of an Armenian house, and I was drawing, because as you read, when I was in the high school, I studied art, and one of my passion is paint. I was drawing because I draw many Armenian churches. In Armenian, and also in Turkey. For example, I have many sketches of Aktamar. I will send you. And I was there sitting in a little wall, and these three guys came and asked me, "What are you doing? Why a woman alone is here?" At the end, they say me, "You have to come with us." I say, "No, I don't come with you because I don't know you. What you want from me?" And they take from the pocket Turkish police. Oh my God, I say, I thought, what I have done so bad. But I was thinking what I was doing, and I knew that was not good for Turkey, my research. But I never, I can say you in front of God, never. I thought they was checking me from 2 months too. Never I understand something.
They
They
arrest you for 2 months?
No, they were checking me from 2 months, and never I understand this. They arrested me only for 4 days, but I will remember till I am alive. They took me in a van commissariat, and the commissar start to ask me many things. What are you doing? They have many pictures of me speaking with old men or old women in Artvin, in cars. And I was shocked because I asked him, from how many times are you checking me? Why you are so afraid of a woman? And he said me, you are asking too much about people that never here was living. I say him, if you are afraid of a woman alone, it's because you know what you have done. And this was the sentence that make the decision of my arrest. But I can't shut up. This is my big problem. If I have to say something, I say you. And when this arrogant man looking in my eyes told me never Armenian people were here, I say, if you are afraid of a woman alone, it's because you know what you have done to Armenian people. It's true or not?
Wow. So what he said?
No, he said, take her in jail. And this was a memory of that days. I don't know if you can see, but there is a scars in the middle of
I could see a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I am happy. I am happy because after they say me, you have two citizens. You are Italian and Iranian. Go out, and he say me a bad word I cannot repeat now, but he say me, go out and I don't want to see you again. In 2 weeks, I made again all my pictures because they delete my pictures. They destroyed my sketches of Armenian churches. They delete all. I had in my bag a notebook, and I wrote all about these families that I interviewed. But he destroyed all. They give me back only my bag with my 2 passports, my mobile, and my camera. But there was not a picture, and all my right, all what I wrote, was deleted, was destroyed. But in 2 weeks, I do it again, the same, because I thought I promised to myself I have to do this, and It's not a Turkish man that say me what I have to do. And my book was born after this.
This book that
Yeah.
we're showing. But you also will come back there. You also wrote many books, like I could see this on
No,
your...
many not. Free.
Okay.
Many not.
Still,
Yeah.
3 is a lot.
Yes, it's not a lot. I was thinking about another, but
How long?
about Armenian.
How long took you to write this book?
4 years for my research, because in that period I was busy also with my lesson in university, so I have to travel in the villages when I was not in the university. And after 1 year, more or less, to write him, and I finished it when my little daughter was 1 year old. And my daughter is half Armenian.
So the story you just told, was in Bitlis?
In Bitlis, I was arrested, yes.
Wow.
In Bitlis. They take me in Van police station.
But do you know what city, town, or things you were there? Because Bitlis is the province, right?
No, I was in Bitlis. In Bitlis, the city of Bitlis.
Or there is city named Bitlis? I thought the province name is Bitlis.
No, the province is Bitlis, yes. But when I was arrested, I was in Bitlis, the town of Bitlis.
Okay. Now you know,
because in that period I rent a little apartment in Tatvan. Tatvan is near Bitlis and near Gevash, where there is Akhtamar church. And so I was in the middle, but there are many places, Armenian places near in all Turkey. But in that part of Van Lake, there are many villages. For example, Balaban, Batman, Bitlis, Mush, and many other villages and cities. For this, I choose at that time Tatvan, because this little town is in front of Van Lake. It's from Tatvan in 20 minutes, 15 you go to Bitlis, and 35 minutes you go to Akhtamar church.
So is the taxi driver easy? Like, do they friendly? If you...
The taxi driver were friendly. Sometimes someone asked me, why you want to go in these places? There is anything, only some destroyed houses. They asked me. I told there many times, I am interested in these destroyed houses. They don't understand because, but many people, they know what has happened, and many times they say me, there was a genocide here. They must recognize the genocide. But this is simple people, normal people. The people of government is totally different, you know. They don't
How is the reaction? How was the reaction of the Kurds? Were they friendly or they were like Turks?
It depends. Sometimes I find many, not sometimes, often, many good people, and they helped me many times. Because, Wally, if you go there to search crypto-Armenians, you have to speak with Kurdish, because in that part of Turkey, they are all Kurdish. So you have to ask, there are not Turkish people there. When from Istanbul, I say a little things. When from Istanbul, I asked to change university and go to the Diyarbakir. They say me, you are crazy. This is not Turkey. Why you want to go there?
Oh, really?
So yeah. From Istanbul, they say me this. They say me, this is not Turkey. Why you go to Mardin, Istanbul, Diyarbakir, Urfa? I say, if you want to visit the heritage of Ottoman Empire, you have to visit the Eastern Anatolia. If you go to Cappadocia, what you see? And if you go to Istanbul, yes, you can see many things. But if you want to see Armenians, Kurdish, Jewish, you have to go there. You see the heritage of the multiculturalism of Ottoman Empire. And for this reason, I decided to go there. But Kurdish people, you ask me, often I find many good people. I asked about Armenian families, and they helped me many times without asking me anything. And in the Arbaker, for example, the situation is different from other city because the municipality made many things to restore the multiculturalism that there was 1 century ago. And in 2014, I wrote in my book too, they restored the cathedral of Surp Kyriakos. And this is important because not only because there are marriage or baptism of children, but because Armenian people have something to go to visit. There is something for these families, because without a church that is the heart of the Armenian culture, they don't have something to visit. They speak with a priest. And when the cathedral was restored, I saw many families that went to the church only to speak with the priest.
So the priest, Armenian priest in there?
Yes, there is an Armenian priest and there is a Chaldean priest.
Mm.
Yeah.
Amazing. I wish I was read your book, then I could ask you lots of questions, but I don't. So what that mean in there when on your book name? What is that says in Italian? What is?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Your book, where you see on your left side, your book I put in there. Yeah. There is writing in there in Italian. What is that? What it says?
Italian people, what they say?
No, the name. What is the name of your book in English?
The name of my book. The name is The Journey of a Promise. Okay. I translate you the title. The Journey of a Promise.
Okay.
The history of sorry, 1 second. I have to think in Italian. Across the history of a forgotten people, the crypto-Armenians of Anatolia. This is the title.
Okay. You have to send me that translation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would like this is my dream, to see my book before die. I would like to see my book in English. So Armenian people from USA, from Canada, maybe they remember a crazy girl that one day was in the Diyarbakir and was traveling around Eastern Anatolia to find Armenian people, crypto-Armenian.
Honestly, I think we should do more of this because I'm sure you have so much story to tell. It's just like in half an hour, 1 hour, we can't, but you're welcome anytime. Maybe we should find a couple of those pages, translate into English. I mean, it's easy nowadays,
I say one thing. I told you the title start with The Journey of a Promise, because on 2009 I found this was a strange joke of the destiny. I found my original family, Iranian, and I was not happy at the beginning because I never thought, for me, my family, I was adopted, so you can understand. Parents are people that grow you, not people that made you,
That's
okay?
true.
And was a strange thing because I was in Paris to study for my doctorate, and I met an Iranian in political exile, and we became friends. He is old now, and he said me, when you have your passport to come back to Iran, I help you to find if you have relatives or not. I said him at that time, I am not interested because my parents are my Italian parents that grow me up. But when I received back from the consulate in Milan my Iranian passport, I said him, try, if you find someone, I can speak with them. But I was not sure. I was not too much interested. In 1 month, he found my brothers and my mother. Unfortunately, my father was a man of the Savak, the secret police of the Shah Pahlavi. He was executed on 1979 after my adoption. He took me in the orphanage when I was 3 days old, only because I was born 1 month before the doctor thought. Because I was born on 10 August. My father paid Kurdish people to take out my brothers and my mother pregnant, take out from Iran, from the borders in clandestinity. But I was born before. So after his brother, the brother of my father, told to me the story, he said to me, what we had to do at that time, you were born 1 month before. They can kill all family because I was the last daughter of 4 brothers, 4 men and me. So my father decided to take me in the orphanage, and he thought I reached them when the situation became maybe more calm. But the revolution changed the history of Iran. He decided, I don't know why, to stay in Iran, and he was executed after 1 month of the return of Khomeini. So Khomeini came back to Iran on 1st February. He was executed in March. And I grew up in Italy because on June...
Have you ever been back to Iran or no?
Yes, I went. But my family was not in Iran. They are in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah, lots of, like where I am, there are lots of Iranian. All doctors are Iranian, you know.
Yes. They are in Los Angeles. And so when I found my brothers, I spoke many times with the first brother. The name was Ali. He was very similar to me, also in the character. And we became really brother and sister. Now, unfortunately, he has died because of a brain cancer. But before die, years ago, he asked me, if you can, you live in Turkey, please try to find the Kurdish that helped us to cross the border, because without these men, we can't have this life. So the journey of a promise was because I was looking for this Kurdish that helped my family, And in the meantime, I was thinking about Ranted Inc. And the crypto Armenians, and I start my research. So in this book, there are the interviews of Armenian, crypto Armenian families, but there are also chapters about me, that I was looking for this Kurdish man that helped my brother and my mom to escape from Iran.
But were you able to or not yet?
Yes, I found it.
Did you find a Kurdish guy?
Yes, but in Iraq.
Wow.
In Iraq, yes. He lives, he was an Iranian Kurdish, but after Halabja, in Halabja, the genocide of Kurdish people in the period of Saddam, you remember, during the war, the war Iran-Iraq, they killed many people with napalm. And he lost 3 brothers, and he was a doctor too. And he went in Iraq to help the family of his brothers and the other people. And he stayed there and never come back to Iran.
Wow,
He lives in Iraq.
Your story is so circle, from Iran to Italy to Turkey to Iraq, and then your brothers in Los Angeles. This typical Armenian story, Yeah, all Armenians the same thing.
Yeah. Me, I am not Armenian, but we have a similar history, not because I am a descendant of a genocide, but that revolution, changed the destiny of the country of my origins. And for me, there was another history because I was adopted, because I told you, my father decided to take me in an orphanage, because you cannot escape in clandestinity with a little child 3 days old, because a child cry and they can kill you, really. My father decided this, and for me, started another life. For my brothers, there is another chapter.
Wow, that's really interesting. Yeah. Maybe send me some picture or some. We could translate some of those pages, and.
Yes.
When we meet next time, I definitely like to welcome you again, because we didn't go
when you want, I am here, Wally.
Yeah, we need to go deep a little bit more, because that book, you have so much information in it. Yeah.
There are many information, first of all, about crypto Armenians family, because they have different experience, because they decided to become Muslim, and they decided to change religion only to be safe, but in their house they are Christian, and for them is very, very difficult be Christian in that country, you can imagine. And they have many different experience, because the reason are different. There are a family of crypto Armenian in the Kranakert. They are family of crypto Armenian in Mush. They are different in Trabzon. I went everywhere: in Erzurum, Trabzon, Amasya, Tokat, Doğubeyazıt,
But
Marsipan.
But when Ataturk came, he changed all the name of those villages and towns. So, for example,
but you can find.
Yeah,
because the old people remember.
A guy wrote a book, and he was putting him exactly what is the name. Like my family, their town was named Khaskher, but in Turkey they changed it to something else. I have the book. One day I could send you the page.
Yes, it's interesting. But you can find, because old people, they remember For example, the name Merziphone was Marsivan. So if you say Marsivan, one say you where is, but if you say I have to go to Merziphone, after is Marsivan, for example. Marsivan was the original the town of the origins of the mother of Monte Melconian, for example.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now is Merziphone, but at that time was Marsivan.
Yeah, you're just opening a new pain for us, but
You have to come with me in Eastern Anatolia. I can be your teacher.
I don't think I'll survive there.
No, you survive.
I really
I help you.
I would love to go to where my parents were, like Bedlis and the town, but I don't know. Maybe one day.
You must go, because I met in my life I went to Armenia 13 times in Armenia.
Wow.
In Turkey, I lived 3 years in Istanbul and 9 in the Kranakert. So how many? 12 years. Many Armenians from diaspora, they say me, I don't want to go because they killed us. But I think, yes, it's true. But these places are your land. You have to go, in my opinion, because this is your origin.
Yeah.
And the origin of people is important. You cannot forget your origins. If you are from Bitlis, because your parents were from Bitlis, you have to go to visit Bitlis, because you can close the circle of your life also.
In fact, the way they described it, my family, apparently they were like a mayor of the township of this where I said Chasker, and he says if you go there you could see huge, like a hill there. Now they're changing it to like city council or something like that because it was so big. So I don't know, but that's what they told us but they never told us all the stories, because they were afraid, because so tragic, they didn't want to poison our minds, and that's why they said as little as, most of the time is that what we hear, they were talking to each other,
Yes, but also because for them was difficult to speak about what they remember.
Yeah, their entire...
Because was a trauma for them.
Yeah, and it still is trauma for most Armenian, but...
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
It's a trauma also because, in my opinion, they don't recognize the genocide. If they recognize the genocide, you can say, okay, finally they recognize our relatives that are died. But in this way, they are stubborn. They don't want to recognize because they have their reason. But for you, it's like a scars open is losing blood every day, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know it's not an easy. That's why we write about it. That's why we interview people about. Just before you, I interviewed this guy. He wrote about this book in English. It has everything in it, And so this is his picture. He's again, his parents too. I don't know, from Western Armenia, So there are lots of people write those things, But I'm so happy, you contact me, and I really appreciate that. And definitely we have to make it one or two more.
Yes, When you want, I am here.
Yeah, but we need
When
to concentrate in one subject, and then next subject, like, for example, your experience, say, in Belize, or your experience in Van, and what happened. So that would be great.
I can translate for you some chapters in English, so you read and you decide about what we have to speak in next
Exactly.
time.
And if you have some pictures you could send, that would be good too.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I send you.
All right. Well, thank you
I
very
send you,
much.
I send you.
I'm going to let you say a last word, whatever you want to say, and then we'll close it. But we're not closing it forever. We're gonna be in touch. So,
Yes, of course.
So you say whatever you want before we close it.
I can say something. I want to thank you to give me this opportunity to speak about my book. I hope one day there is someone that can help me to publish it in English in USA. But first of all, I hope to see still I am alive the recognition of Armenian genocide, because I remember my father, Italian father, when I was child, and told me many times Armenian people were the first people that have a genocide. Don't forget this. Many times my father said me about your history.
Yeah.
I think he is happy.
Yeah, well, is he still alive?
No.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
No. My father was born on 1934, the same year of the book of Henri Barby, the priest in Van that his mother gave him. And this book has 92 years, because my father, if he was still alive, he is 92 years.
So you're in, I don't want you tell me which town you live in, but it's just in Italy, where, north, south?
I live near Milan in a little village with 1,000 people.
Oh, how
1,000.
nice. That's
It's
nice.
very, very little. It's a little village in the countryside of Lombardy, in the south of Milan.
Yeah, I've been in Milan.
And I live. And I live with my little daughter and 11 cats and one dog.
Oh, 11 cats.
Yes, one is here near me, is sleeping on the desk, but you can see him.
Wow.
It's here.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I wish you all the best. I mean, you're a very courageous woman. It's you took that chance going through the most dangerous place in the world, and I really congratulate you on your book. And hopefully, one day we could find, even here, I'm going to ask people if somebody can translate. That would be great.
For the translation, well, it's not a problem. I can translate. The problem is find an editor, because for the translation, I can translate slowly. I translate my book, but the problem is find a publisher, because I don't know where I have to go. I go to Los Angeles and I say, I need a editor. What I do, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Maybe
I'll ask this guy how he did, and maybe let you know.
Okay. But for now, I translate some chapter for you, and you can read. So next time you have something to ask me.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Wally.
Thank you very much for coming. I wish you all the best. And buongiorno, is that what I say in Italy? No.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. But for you is buongiorno. For me is evening, because here is 7:48 in the evening.
Sorry for keeping you late. Yeah, there is Italian.
No, it's not late.
Yeah.
It's not late.
But it works pretty good, the timing, you know.
Huh?
The timing, it's good. Like your evening, our morning, so it works good.
Yes, it's good to speak. It's not a problem.
Okay. Well, you take care. It was nice talking to you, and you're welcome again to come. And I look forward. You send me some of those books and translation. And you have a good
Yes.
you have a good evening. Thank you.
You too have a nice day to you.
Okay.
And many thanks.